Now, from the lenses in our eyes to the batteries in our mobile phones, crystals determine the shape and characteristics of many of the things around us. And although they seem to be everywhere, they are also almost invisible, except for the scientists at the National Crystallography Service, where a special X-ray generator makes it possible to analyse the structure of crystals and then provide data for the chemistry community across the whole country. This service in Southampton has now won a bid to carry on with its work, and our reporter Nicole Riz has had a look behind the scenes of its lab.
Behind this door lies the most powerful lab in the country. The National Crystallography Service performs experiments that couldn't be carried out in a normal chemistry lab. And it has just won over £4 million to continue its work at the University of Southampton.
We had to go through a competitive tender exercise where anybody in the UK could bid to provide this service, and based on the crystallography expertise here in Southampton, we managed to secure that. And we got about £4.5 million from the government agency and some contribution from the University of Southampton. And that's mainly funding expert scientists to perform the work, and it's also funding new upgrades to our existing equipment base, state-of-the-art equipment. We're going to demonstrate to the world how new X-ray detectors will transform the way we do these kinds of experiments. We also work closely with the particle accelerator up in Oxfordshire, and we fund people to be based at the central facility up there. Much of the research we do is in energy materials or in say carbon dioxide scavenging. So most of the materials we use to grab carbon dioxide out of the air and stop the greenhouse effect are actually crystals. So they're crystals with great big spaces in them that carbon dioxide gets trapped in.
The lab owns a high-powered X-ray generator that allows it to carry out precise work for clients from different sectors, including the pharmaceutical industry.
Here in Southampton we have the most powerful X-ray generator around, and we shoot those X-rays at our crystals, and our crystals are typically very, very small. We deal with the ones that other people can't work with. So they're a tenth or a hundredth the size of a grain of salt. And we shoot our X-rays at those crystals, and we measure the way in which the X-rays bounce off the crystal. And we do that many times, and then reconstruct all that in the computer to work out how the molecules are arranged in a crystal. We work primarily with the pharmaceutical industry, and the way in which we grow drug materials into tablets can define exactly how that tablet works. So it's not only confirming that they've got the right molecule that will cure a particular disease, but it's how tablets are made and constructed. So we look a lot at formulations of pharmaceutical materials. How the molecules in a crystal are arranged defines where, for example, in your body that medicine will be absorbed.
But it's not only tablets that are being analysed. Scientists from the lab are also looking into alternatives to replace metal resources in electronic devices.
Mobile phones and energy materials are important as well, so battery kind of materials. How we store energy in molecules is completely determined by their structure. And a new area is organic electronics. So most of the components of your mobile phone are all made of different kinds of metals, and they're running out. We haven't got so many of these on the planet, so we're looking to build new organic electronics. And in organic electronics, it's all about how one molecule talks to another, as to whether you can make an electronic circuit out of it or an energy storage material, that kind of thing.
Nicole Riz, for That's Solent.